It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
So Wednesday morning, we had a listener on whose dad had passed away a few years ago, and he's finding out now that mom is starting to date, but he didn't find out from mom. So there's a whole lot of issues at play here. How do you handle this as a kid? Do you just want mom to not be lonely, or is it one of those, you should never date anyone because my dad is gone things? We examined all the angles. You're going to hear it in the podcast in a couple of seconds. Let's go.
This is crazy. So when this came across, I've been texting with her, but it says, something so strange happened yesterday. I work at a retailer in town. She says, what retailer? Basically, it's everything you need, including clothing. All right.
Okay.
So I think you know.
I know.
She says, I'm afloat, so I go from department to department.
That'd be the way to go.
And swung by the changing room to see if they needed anything. And I saw something super strange. This guy that's worked there for a decade had his back turned, but I saw from the side that he was sniffing a shirt that had been tried on. He doesn't know that I saw. I told my sister last night, and she said that I should say something because you never know what else he could do, like video cameras.
No. Stop right there. Let this guy alone.
She says, I think I need more evidence.
Yes.
Should I spy on him and see if he does other strange things? Yes. I love this.
I don't think
love
this
spying.
is that weird. Okay, now put yourself in this position. You have probably per week dozens of really good-looking women trying on clothes, right? And if they bring them back and you have to put them back on the hanger, what is wrong with smelling them?
Are you
smell?
honestly
No.
asking that?
I'm not talking about
How
smelling
strange that looks.
underwear or anything like that. I'm talking about smelling
Well,
the
where
collar.
does it stop?
Well, even if he wants to smell the swimsuit you put on and put back on the rack, what is the problem with that?
That is at-home stuff. Smell your own underwear.
Do you put perfume on when you go out?
Yes.
Okay, because you want what?
I want to leave a good
Smell
way.
good.
Yes.
Okay, you smell good. It's on the collar of the shirt. The guy takes a whiff.
Yeah,
What's
like,
the
that's
friggin'
so
problem?
strange.
It's
Sometimes
not that
people
weird.
need to know what they're doing
No.
is strange.
You guys are looking to get a guy fired, and now it's on you because he can't feed his family.
But it's true. Like, what if her sister's right? You never know what he could think of next. He's like, wow, the butt of these bikinis smells so good. Maybe I want to see that butt while it tries on the bikini.
Well, that's completely different. And you're speculating that it's going to lead to that.
But she could
I don't think
be
sniffing
stopping it before it starts, and then you won't have any victims at all. Any victims of voyeurism.
Sniffing a hoodie is not a gateway to crotch sniffing. I don't believe it.
There's never a 0% chance. I made that up a long time ago. You can steal it. But you never know what this guy is going to, like, I haven't been caught this long. I've been doing it for a decade now, and no one's ever noticed that I sniff everything that comes back.
As you and your friends go out and you're having a couple of drinks, and your bartender is a good-looking guy, and you say, he's pretty good-looking. Are you saying now you're going to be a cheater? It's the same crap.
That's a weird equivalent.
No, you are absolutely blowing this out of proportion.
This guy needs to be taught a lesson. You tell me which one it is. You tell me which one it is, and I'll give him something.
You are just the right person to make this guy never want to
He'll
sniff
be
clothes
turned
again.
off. Yeah, Amanda, call, please. Shauna, call. It's disturbing that he would do it outside of a room. Like, what if he is going into a room and he grabs some clothes that were left behind and he just likes the perfume, gives it a sniff, whatever.
George Clooney walks out of the Target dressing room and a girl sniffs his shirt. Does that mean she's going to turn into a psycho peeper? That's exactly what you're saying, but you're saying it's only with men.
Women would go like, oh man, that was George Clooney. I need to smell his cologne. He smells so good. Like, we would make a thing of it. He's doing it with his back turned to make sure nobody sees him taking that big whiff. I'm not saying he should get fired, but her sister has a good point.
This is what happens when people like you are left with too much time. Oh my God, next thing you know, he's got a hidden camera in the dressing room. No, he took a whiff of a shirt. Working off this text, I want to know whether or not you think this is something someone needs to take action on.
All right, so we got this like a half hour ago, and I'm so glad that we had a chance to talk about it. It says something so strange happened yesterday. I work at a retailer, and I'm just going to say this is where you can buy everything, including clothes. You try on clothes here. She says, I'm afloat, and so I go from department to department, and I swung by the changing room area and saw that there was something super strange. This guy that's worked there for a decade had his back turned, but I saw from the side that he was sniffing a shirt that was tried on. He doesn't know I saw. I told my sister, and she said that it's something that I should that I should say something because you never know what else he could do, like video cameras. I think I need more evidence. Should I spy to see if anything else is strange? One thing I do not think you should do is talk to any coworkers, because that gets around like wildfire, and that could be damaging to his to his character, what if it is a one-time sniff? It is what it is. But
it's a sniff.
If you do some recon and you see that he doesn't do it again in like the next month, then it is what it is.
You're going to watch this guy for a month and not do your job to see if he's smelling a blouse that somebody had on.
If he's a sniffer, he's going to do it during his shift every single day.
So what?
It's just, and you got to note what he's sniffing. If it's just shirts, is it innocent? Probably. But if it's like bikini bottoms, then we have an issue. That's perverted.
What issue?
It's gross. And you never know.
You.
It's kind of true what this sister says. Like, you never know what's going to inspire someone to do something a little bit further. Like, this whole bikini smelling game is a bit boring. How can I spice it up a little bit? Maybe I can order some cameras off Amazon.
You don't know this, though.
You don't know this.
This is so dangerous. This doesn't make him a predator, does it, Jaden?
No. I say not. No.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you could keep, if anything, you could keep an eye on it, I guess. But you know how many times I've been in a clothing store and I caught the girls taking a whiff of the shirt? Like, what the
In no way am I saying that he needs to get fired, but I do like the idea of her doing some recon, because what if she does catch something weird, And then if she doesn't, she doesn't.
Well, if this guy's been there for how long, and this is the first time, and nobody else has said anything, leave the dude alone.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Good point. Hey, Tiffany, I want to get your thoughts on this. You think this is going to turn perverted?
So, as someone who's had stalkers, yes, keep an eye out, be aware. I agree the swimsuits or underwear would take it too far. But otherwise, people are forgetting that perhaps he's a really good worker, and he's heard a lot of girls say, oh my gosh, there's deodorant stains on this shirt or makeup. And he's aware and trying to prevent stuff from being damaged.
Maybe someone he let into the changing room was a little stinky. And then he's making sure that it didn't go off onto the clothing. Yeah, we don't know. That's what I'm saying. Don't bring it up to management at all until you see something really crazy.
How about this text from Jordan? Maybe the guy sniffed the shirt because he thought the person may be kind of smelly, and he wanted to see if it was okay to put back on the floor.
That's what I just said.
Oh, is that what you just said?
Yes.
Honestly, I was trying to read it as you were talking. So this doesn't necessarily... You usually do that to me. All right. But Tiffany, this doesn't make him need to be on the radar for HR, right?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. What if he's smelling like the butts of pants?
That could be a problem.
Yeah.
For who?
You can get pink eye.
Thanks, Tiffany. Have a great morning. This just is such a ridiculous conversation in my eyes.
Here's one. Maybe the guy sniffed the shirt because he thought the person may have kind of...
My bad. I was trying to do 14 things at once.
I do it and it's okay. All right.
Think about this. You are in an airplane, private jet.
Nice.
You're just flying here to maybe, let's say, Omaha.
What kind of snacks?
It's just pretzels because it's a quick flight.
What's the interior color?
Beige.
Love it.
Until that plane starts going down. And you have to jump. The plane is about ready to explode. You have to jump. You have no parachute. What do you want to land on to live? Where do you want to land? Give me the scenario. Give me the landscape of what you want to land on.
I want to land 20 feet out from a beach. So, it's deep enough for me to,
It's not a bad answer,
down.
actually.
But then I can still swim to safety.
So a lot of people will say, I want to land on water. You can't land on water because if you jump out from like 1,000 feet and you land on water, it's like hitting concrete.
I thought you said I had a parachute.
No, you
that's
don't
the
have a
only
parachute.
reason why.
No.
I still want to land in the water because it'll break all my bones. Then I'll just die from drowning.
The best answer here is deep snow. You want your plane to go down or at least kind of break apart somewhere over a mountain range where there are spots at the bottom of the range for deep snow. So if you can like paraglide with your arms like a flying squirrel and aim for something, deep snow is the best spot. Or a marshland, swampy area because it can absorb the impact. Soft, muddy nature. Trees are okay to hit. You always hear, you don't want to aim for the trees if you're parachuting. But if you're just free falling, trees are good because they will slow you down. The thought is you can't hit the ground at maximum velocity. If you hit water at maximum velocity, you're probably going to die. It's going to knock you out. You're going to drown. You're probably going to break every bone in your body. Trees are good because you'll hit the branches. It'll slow you down. You'll probably break some bones, but you might live through it. You want large, flat surfaces as well. If you can aim for a rooftop, it'll slow you down. You won't hit the ground at that rate, and the rooftop will give. You'll break through it, so you have a chance to survive.
This is just the dumbest nugget.
Freshly plowed fields, by the way, can provide a relatively soft landing. So if you see a farmer out there, aim for a freshly plowed field, something that has been, recently plowed. Water, no way. And body position, by the way, is crucial. You want spread eagle, like a skydiver. It maximizes the air resistance and helps slow descent. And do feet first, by the way. It helps protect your vital organs by disrupting the impact
Shut your
with
mouth.
your leg and your feet.
You will just die.
Not always.
You will always die.
Not always.
Yes.
And
if
by the
you
way,
jump thousands of feet out of a plane, you're going to die.
maybe.
Always.
Not always. People have done it. And by the way, what you want to do is you want to roll upon impact as well. If possible, try and roll. You distribute the impact across larger areas of your body. You see those people doing parkour?
Mm-hmm.
What do? As soon as they make a big jump, their feet barely hit, and then they roll. It absorbs a lot of the impact.
Okay.
So again, avoid hard surfaces. Look for softness and flexibility. And consider the terrain. If possible, aim for a downward slope to help further your descent.
And if you do survive, you are going to look so adorable with your butt crack in the back of your head, because that is the only look you'll sport.
You're still alive. We have a duty as broadcasters on public airwaves to look out for the public and look out for your safety. What I did here was a very vital public service announcement, and this could save lives.
Great.
I'm sorry, you're not concerned with you're not always going to die.
You will always die.
If you have to jump out of a plane
Find me
without a
someone that
parachute.
survived that.
Google it.
Google it.
You Google it.
All right, I'll
Google it real quick. Anyone who survived jumping out of a plane without a parachute.
Give me a feet. Like how far?
1,000 feet.
Okay, who survived?
1,000 foot free fall out of an airplane. There will be. You won't even be able to count them. There'll be so many people.
Okay, his name is Ian Snyder. We have one name.
Yep, but he did. Not a 0% chance.
And what was he doing on top of the Koolau Mountains in Hawaii, knowing that there's a risk of falling?
That's where he landed. Today, we salute you, Ian. Thanks for proving my point.
Another notable, this is pretty impressive. Her name was Vesna. She was a flight attendant. She survived a fall of 33,000 feet after a bomb exploded on her plane.
Yep. And what'd she land? Probably a snowy mountaintop. It cushioned her blow.
I don't know those details.
Maybe a marshy area, maybe a freshly plowed field, or a rooftop. I bet she landed feet first as well.
Got a
to
good
absorb the
handful
blow,
of names.
protect your vital organs, and always go spread eagle like a skydiver to maximize air resistance. What's the last thing you left a review on? Do you remember? Do you leave reviews?
Yes.
Online? I mean, you don't have to say the business
I think it was the
specifically.
pontoon rental place that we dealt with on our summer trip just recently.
So you went on there, you said it was great, they were easy to work with, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, it was seamless. It was really cool.
I read this review from a woman named Diane about Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, I love this.
Have you seen this one?
Yes.
She reviewed Outback Steakhouse. She gave it 1 out of 5 stars. She said, "I'm absolutely livid. My husband drove all the way to pick up our Outback order, and you people forgot the bloomin' onion. That was the only thing I wanted. Minutes later, my fat husband ate the blooming onion in the car in line. I'm so sorry, and I don't know how to delete reviews.
Can you delete reviews?
Can you? I don't know. Honestly, the only review I've left probably in the last 5 years is from my dentist because she told me about a place where I can get a great chicken fry.
Yeah.
And in her office, they, I don't know how to say this the right way. They play a particular type of music and they're infatuated with it. Like there's a certain weird infatuation they have with
what kind
this
of
type.
music? Like Enya?
No, worse.
Flute.
Worse.
Worse than Enya?
Worse.
I don't know.
I don't want to say it because it's going to really, really expose something, but
Okay.
I left this long review on her Google page, and her husband right away comes up to me and goes, "That was legendary." He's like, everyone's laughing about it. Kat's been texting with Leo for a while now, just kind of trying to find out exactly what's going on with, this is his mom, and his mom's a widow, right?
She is a widow. I have a question for you. So when your mom was a widow, how long was she a widow? 8 years? Maybe?
No, 4 or 5.
Oh, 4 or 5. Okay, so how would you have reacted if she wanted to date?
I probably would have been happy for her. Living a lonely life after you've been with somebody for a long, long time. Well, if I was younger, I'd probably been like, what are you doing?
Yes.
You know what I mean? But like the older I get, the more I'm like, you want companion. Humans are made to have companions.
And you want to share experiences, and life is too short.
And it doesn't mean you didn't love somebody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I would have been okay with it. And I don't think I would have been too Budinsky because, I mean, she was obviously, in her 60s. I would have trusted her.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, hey, I got to scope this dude out for you. Mm-hmm. But I would have wanted her to have somebody to share experiences with. This happened with my old neighbor. Her husband, cancer, suddenly died. They were married for 45 years. And we'd moved out of the neighborhood. And then one of our neighbors says, "Oh, my God, did you know that she is like getting remarried?" And I'm like, well, good for her. She found somebody to share the rest of her life with. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know the curveball that is going to get thrown your way. You're not always going to be with that person.
And if you meet someone else, like we had a psychic on one time, a long time ago, and she had made mention that you have like 4 or 5 soulmates out there. And so you're in love with who you're with, you're married, you make great memories. And then what if you meet somebody else? You don't turn that down.
So with that said, Lou, you want to tell us what's going on here?
It's funny because, I love my mom, but my aunt recently just told me that she's out dating again. And
oh, okay.
I feel really weird about it because my dad passed away not even that long ago. And I just...
So what's not long
I
ago?
can't see my mom
like how much time has passed?
3 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, she's not getting any younger, and after a while, she's probably, I get from your point of view that you're like, nobody's going to take his place. It's weird to think about her and somebody else's hands on her. But she's still a human, she still like probably craves that companionship.
Right.
So
And I get that.
Are you hurt because you had to find out through your aunt?
Yeah, she didn't tell me.
Yeah.
And I completely get why she probably wouldn't. It's not a conversation you probably want to have with me.
Right.
But also, of course, I think she wants to tell you when she's ready, but maybe she's trying to feel out if he's the one for her. Like she doesn't want to keep bringing these people until she knows to you,
I don't even want to think about it even in that way, thinking there might be even multiple people.
Well, if there is, that's none of your business. But I think this would be actually kind of cool for you to do as the kid, which is a weird table turn, but ask your mom out to dinner and treat her to dinner and have this conversation like, I know 3 years have gone by and I want you to be happy. So if you want to start dating, I'd love to hear about that process from you. And then that might make her feel really good.
All right. I mean,
this is like great advice. Okay. So just go with it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What I'd be interested to hear about is anyone who's lost mom or dad and then the other one moved on and found somebody new. Like, was that a good move? I mean, because you don't want mom or dad to be lonely, right? Especially if you've moved away.
Yeah.
Right. And all of a sudden you got all this guilt. Like, I shouldn't have moved away. I shouldn't have started my own family, stuff like that. So, but I want to flip the script on you here real quick. Imagine Derek dies before you do.
Mm-hmm.
and you decide you're going to start seeing someone, do you tell your son right away?
No, absolutely not. Like, I need to know 100% where the trajectory of this relationship is going. Once I know, then I'll fill him in on
Is
that.
this kind of like if you're a single parent and you start dating, you don't want to bring like 12 different people home to meet your kids and have them, like somebody, and then all of a sudden they're not part of your life anymore?
I always facepalm when I see people on Facebook saying, oh, they met, my new man after 3 weeks or whatever. And it's like, you can't play with, especially little kids' hearts.
Talked to Leo a couple of seconds ago, and he's kind of out of sorts, and I get it. He just found out. So what did he say? His dad passed away 3 years ago?
Yeah,
and he found out from his aunt that his mom is now kind of starting to date.
That was not her place to say that.
It might have been a mistake.
Yeah. But I mean, the reason why mom isn't introducing this man to Leo, maybe she's not ready. And maybe she doesn't know 100% if this is her person or not. Maybe she's
dating,
having fun.
Right? She's not necessarily moving in with the guy.
But Leo, I truly feel like you just need to be open and honest with her that she has your full support with this whole thing, It's not
like she's replacing your old man.
Right.
Right? She's just finding someone else to spend some time with. And that's kind of what Haley's text had said. My mom passed away 4 years ago. My dad is now dating a woman he met at church.
Okay.
And they have dinner almost every night together. I really don't think about the physical stuff. I'm just happy he's not lonely.
Yeah, that's really sweet. Dina says my mom started dating 2 years after my dad died. It felt strange at first, but then she would send us text photos of all these fun adventures that they were going on. She seemed so happy. Leo just needs to show support.
And that's the other thing. I think you're untethered by kids. You usually, have a home, right?
Yeah.
So you start going on adventures, right? You go on vacation. You go to Egypt together, or you do stuff like that. And all of a sudden, like, you have somebody to have those experiences with. And I think humans are just meant to be with other humans. So I get it. If you've been through something like this, call or text.
Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Everybody!
OPP, other people's problems. You got some issues? Let's bring them to the radio. Our listeners have become amazing therapists over the years and could probably give you some advice on whatever's going on in your life. We welcome Nina to the show, and we know we got some couples therapy issues. What's going on here?
So me and my husband have started or have been going to, couples therapy for quite some time already.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just have this, gut feeling. Whenever, you kind of sense something.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think he's into the therapist.
What makes you think that way? Is it the way he acts or?
Yeah, he's just a totally different person from our, day-to-day life. He, dresses up. He puts on cologne.
Yeah.
He's just super excited. He's always talking about her. And, I get it. She's cute and she's young. And I don't know. Do you think I should change therapist?
I would maybe talk to him first and just say, I'm getting some vibes here. Are you attracted to her? If so, we can't go to her. I don't think that you should go to a therapist for marital advice if the other person is attracted to them. It's not going to work out.
I don't see a problem going to a hot therapist at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You want to figure out a way to get your husband to actually go to therapy. Just make sure. And again, he's not dating her. He's not going out with her. He's not getting with her. He's just, happy in her presence.
Yeah, so I just don't, I just want to make her feel bad. I know, this is her job, and of course you can't help be cute, but
right.
Yeah.
What is, hang on a quick second. What does Will Ferrell call his therapist and Step Brothers? Dr. Angel Face?
Something like that, yeah.
I love you.
See, if somebody is there and they are hitting you on an emotional level, the only thing I could think of is while we're giving our marital problems, he's thinking about getting with her. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe he's not having
Probably
super
the reason
romantic
you're in therapy
thoughts.
to begin with.
But sometimes those emotional thoughts can form, and then you're there for the wrong reason.
So, by your justification, no couples therapist should put effort towards their appearance because they might be attractive to somebody?
This is absolutely not the therapist's fault. So don't get me wrong. This is not that you can't wear leggings because boys are going to think, impure thoughts. It's not your fault that you're good looking, but you should explore somebody else because you're there for one reason only, and that is for Nina to get her marriage back on track.
How do you know it's not going to get back on track with this girl?
It won't. If she knows, and that's where Nina's mind is the whole time, then it's just, what's the point? Now you're just paying to just sit somewhere and not feel like you're getting anywhere with why you're there.
You go to a movie with your husband and there's a hot chick on screen. What's the problem?
This person is more attainable. That person's up on the big screen, living in Hollywood, thousands of miles away.
I'd like to get your thoughts on this real quick. So you and your husband are going to couples therapy. The therapist is a baddie. Do you have to switch therapists?
I'd love for 2269 to call in because your text is interesting. That poses a really interesting question that she might want to think about.
I want to get your thoughts on this. Call us quick. Heard from Nina a couple of seconds ago. Her and her husband are going to therapy.
So, me and my husband have started or have been going to, couples therapy for quite some time already.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just have this, gut feeling. Whenever, you kind of sense something.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think he's into a therapist.
So she's cute, and she thinks her husband, because he dresses up and puts some cologne on and acts a little differently, that he's into their therapist.
So right then, if that's where your mind is, Nina, the whole time, how can you possibly focus on anything but that? Like sitting next to him, wondering what is he thinking about this woman? And that is not the therapist's fault. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh, you're attractive, so you can't be in this line of work. Just for maybe this couple, you're not the fit that they need.
Sonny immediately said, change therapists. There have been situations where something like this is brewing, and it comes out that the man and the therapist are having an affair. It's not worth it.
Oh, man. We don't want to start that rumor. I don't think the therapist is in for that reason at all. She's hired to fix them.
To help people.
Yes. And so it's not her fault. But this one came in and it says, is insecurity one
there it is.
Of the things that you're in therapy for?
That's what I was thinking right away.
So, Nina, that's a good question for you. If you want to text us and confirm, is that one of the topics that is spoken about? Because if so, maybe you want to go see a therapist by yourself.
You need an 80-year-old guy. What'd you do yesterday? Anything fun?
Well, Liam is down at my mom's house for a couple of days. She likes to have him down. They do like 20-mile bike rides. When I called him yesterday afternoon just to check in, they had biked all the way to Texas Roadhouse, and to reward themselves, they got this big meal,
right,
and then they had to bike back. So they biked about 18 miles yesterday. They're going to do probably the same today. He was fishing, just living his best summer life. So there was an expert at the beginning of summer that says, let your kids be bored. Don't plan all this stuff for them. They'll come up with something. And after I heard her say that, I signed him up for football camp. I signed him up for 2 basketball camps. I was like, if he's bored, then I hear about it, and then I have to say, go find something to do. And then he's like what?
Your mom seems to keep him occupied, though?
Yeah, they have a really good time together. So
yesterday was an epic day for me. Yesterday was the first day that I can remember in a long, long time that... we didn't have an Amazon package delivered.
Oh, my gosh.
The whole day came and went, and nobody pulled up in my driveway and threw a package at my front door.
Has she been sick?
Well, no. Here's what happened. We moved into our new house a little over a year ago, and my daughter, in her infinite wisdom, most of us have, when you walk in the front door, there's some kind of a closet. You hang your jackets in, you put your shoes in, umbrellas, stuff like that. We have the same scenario. Not a big closet, though. And when we moved into our house, we were in the summer, we were a family of 5. My son was just about ready to graduate college. My daughter was back from college. My other son is in high school, and my wife and myself. And for some reason, this closet got too full too fast. And my daughter had the great idea, let's buy a shoe rack. Everybody gets a level.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. What I realized while I was on vacation last is that there were way too many shoes for this closet. So what I did is I took every pair of shoes out, and we've got 2 college football players living with us this summer. So that makes 6, 7, sometimes 5, sometimes 4 people. I placed them all in the living room, shoe next to shoe. And I told my wife, because I noticed she was getting at least a pair of shoes every 2 or 3 days.
Sheen.
No,
Yes.
No, I don't think it was Shein because does Shein sell like Nike and stuff like that?
Wow. She got Nikes all the time?
She was getting a new pair of like tennis shoes that she could wear casually at work like every other day. And they were all looking the same. And I said, Trish, this is out of control. You got too many shoes. And I know every guy says that about his wife. But to prove my point, I pulled all the shoes out of the closet.
Yeah.
And I took my 5 pair of shoes and set them over here. I took my younger son's 4 pair of shoes and I set them over here. I took my daughter's shoes, put them on her bed because she's going to move back to college here in a week. And then we looked. My wife has 59 pair of shoes.
You know what this sounds like? That foundation that lines up all the shoes to show you how many hungry kids are in the world?
Exactly. That's how many hungry JJs are in my house because my wife is.
Man.
And I said, Trish, what are we doing here? And half of them look identical.
And what was the explanation? I just need them.
Well, what if I need these? She has a pair of purple flats.
Just in case.
And I said, well, Prince's anniversary? Like, what are we doing here? And so she took a couple of bags to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And we cleaned it down a little bit. But yesterday I felt like I got through because a new pair of shoes did not arrive at my house. And I felt like, man, you've been trying so hard. You've been working so hard. It's like when you hit your diet goal or all of a sudden your bench press gets to 350 and you're like, I've been working so hard at that. I felt that way yesterday, and I stood there with my hands on my hips, and I looked at our closet, and I just admired it. And my daughter comes around the corner. She goes, what are you doing, Dad? And I go, I'm admiring the fact that I helped our family get to normalcy.
You're like me. Like whenever I redo a room, I'll stop by the door of that room over and over again. I'm like looking at my masterpiece. But I really hope for your sake 2 packages don't arrive today to make up for yesterday.
Fear. And I'm going to be gone a lot of the day, so I figure they might slide in if she gets home from work and I'm not around. Luck. My oldest son, Peyton, is going to get married in, a year, less than a year, 51 weeks.
I saw him at the grocery store last week, and he's got it down pat. I mean, he's going into this with the best mentality. I was like, how's the wedding planning going? And he's like, listen, she tells me what's going on. I say, great job. Happy wife, happy life. I'm like, wow, you're going to make it, son.
I did my job.
Yep.
I taught him well.
That's what I said. I said, your dad has taught you well, Grasshopper.
So the one thing he's asking about is his Kiki, like his little blanket from when he was a kid. And I'm not exactly sure how they want to incorporate that. And I'm like, it's got to be in a storage bin somewhere. But it made me start thinking about things that we save no matter how many times you move. So he's moved out and he had all these college places. And now he's got his apartment now. And they're getting a place together in a couple of months. And so I started thinking about like the things that you brought with. And at this point in my life, I don't think I have one of these. I don't have like an old raggedy thing at all that I just can't part with. Do you?
I do. And my husband did a social media video about it a few weeks ago. And that's because I don't know what I'm waiting for. It's a t-shirt and I've brought it from our apartment to our first home, now to our home that we live in now. It is the most comfortable sleeping shirt. It's down now. Now it has holes all around the collar. It has holes in the armpit.
Cotton t-shirt.
It is not cotton. It is it's just like the thinnest fabric, and it's almost like you're just wearing a second skin, and it grosses him out. Like it leaves nothing to the imagination.
It get washed?
It gets washed every other. Like I literally wear it.
Like
3 nights a week.
That's your pajamas.
Yeah, I love it with my big butt underwear. That is the perfect sleeping outfit. And I know he's counting down the days that the washing machine rips it apart because it is any day now.
You're
holes.
Emotionally attached to it.
I just look forward to it. When I see it folded and clean in my drawer, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a good night. So it's like every other night I get to wear it.
So what do you have? It's old, it's broken, it's raggedy. You just won't get rid of it. Duarte said, patchwork quilt my mom made for my birthday many years ago, never taking it off my bed.
Oh, yeah, don't.
Hey, Mara, she said my father's handkerchief.
Okay, cute.
Which is kind of old school. And Brianna said her blankie as well. Jacob, what do you got that you just won't get rid of? It's old, it's tattered, it might be broken.
It's been in every place I've ever lived. It is a framed picture of a pair of white tigers. It's been in every place I've ever lived. So I've just always kept it. It always ends up hanging back up somewhere. I was probably like between 4 and 6 when I got this thing.
Tigers.
So it all depends also who you cohabitate with. Derek had all these suns, like a collection of metal suns.
Oh, from like the
It's like if you-
southeast or from
and-
the southwest.
Yeah, like if you go to Arizona, it's on the front of everyone's stucco home.
Sure.
And I was like, those got to go. So I'm sure you're going to find a wife that's like, no more tiger.
Jamie,
photo.
it's old, it's tattered, it's broken, but you won't give it up.
I have a teddy bear that I got when I was 4, and I named him after my oldest brother.
See, now that's an emotional attachment,
Oh,
right? You
yeah.
went through your young childhood with that. I got time for one more real quick. Laura, what do you have?
I have like a nice sweatshirt that has like mega holes in it that looks like a piranha attacked it, and I will not get rid
So
of it.
same as you, Kat, right? You won't get rid of your T-shirts that you wear to bed.
Can't.
What is something that it's old, it's tattered, it might even be broken, but you can't part with it? I'd love for you to call or text us. Huge day of winning Thursday during our live show. And again, everything's on the fives. At 6:05, your chance to win $50,000. 7:05, we'll send you to the Renaissance Festival. And at 8:05, more tickets to see Jason Aldean at the Excel Energy Center. So join the live show Thursday. In the meantime, let's recap the rest of Wednesday. What phrase is about to get somebody fired?
So one of our promo girls has been living with another girl who works at a business in town. And she has this guy coworker, and she said to him, "You have a real punchable face."
I've heard that.
And he has, I bet you have, but he has now told management that he's taking that as a threat,
What
that
a
he thinks he's going to
softie.
get punched. So I think we all could picture somebody. Don't close your eyes if you're driving, but you know exactly who in your life has a punchable face. You're not going to punch
Give
him.
you 30 of them.
That's assault.
Okay, do me a favor and flip this around. If he says that to her, he probably gets canned, right?
Yeah.
So
you got to keep it
fair.
equal. You know, I get it. We want equality. We want everybody to be treated the same way. I need to know though, like, what was the conversation lighthearted? Was everybody having fun?
It doesn't matter.
And then
It's
all
how
of a
he
sudden
takes
it
it.
just takes a turn.
How it makes him feel. That's the letter of the law now.
So being in management, if I came to you and I said, so-and-so told me I have a real punchable face.
They probably got to go.
Really?
Yeah. Or maybe
Well-
it's maybe, I guess it depends on, whether or not you roll with like a no strikes rule, but maybe you give him a strike and you say, listen, it's now it's in your file. And the next thing that happens, we're not going to tolerate it anymore.
I don't mind that route, giving her a
second chance.
Yeah.
Listen, it wasn't physical violence, right? And it probably wasn't meant as a threat, but it's how it makes that person feel. So maybe it's a good learning moment for everybody.
yes. I like that idea. I do not think she should get fired over something like
If
that.
there was nothing leading up to that, like if she hasn't threatened him before or like, pulled out his chair or done anything, keyed his car or anything like that.
Yeah.
If there was nothing leading up to it and then there's nothing after, then she probably shouldn't lose her job. But yeah, it's a
Anything
slippery slope
physical
out there
is
right
zero
now.
tolerance to me. You do not put your hands on somebody else unless it's wanted, or
You're defending yourself.
or it's warranted. But something like this, we need to know the whole context. This is a secondhand story from one of our promo
And
girls.
was it said at work or was it said at happy hour? You know what I mean? Like, I could get it if you're having a couple of drinks and you're like, oh, you got a punchable
You
face.
got a real punchable face, man. And then they're like,
But if you're saying it at work, probably a better spot could be had.
yeah. I'd love your first thought. If you want to call in, what would you do? Let's say you're her manager. What do you think the steps should be? Do you think it is a true threat? This guy evidently feels threatened
I
by
think you
it.
write her up and you tell her there's no more chances. You just got to watch yourself. This guy obviously feels a little threatened.
Yeah. Play manager. Call us. Somebody's got a real punchable
This is going to
face.
get interesting. Let's go.